Welcome to the 2022 Certification Award Ceremony. I am your host here today, and I could not be more excited to do this here with you all today, to congratulate those of you who have achieved this certification, who have worked hard to achieve this certification, and I am really excited to be here this morning. We're going to kick it off here in just a minute, but as always, I like to give just like 60 or 120 seconds roughly so that everybody can get in, get comfortable. You know, we got to get a good beverage going here. Whatever your favorite beverage is. For many, it's coffee. And you know what? I read a study the other day. Get this. It said that, I think this was specifically relating to men, but maybe it works for women too. I don't know. That men who drink 1.5 to 3.5 cups of coffee per day, it's not unusual for almost anybody that I know. 1.5 to 3.5 cups of coffee a day have a 30% reduction in their chance of death. Now, that statistic sounds a little wonky to me because, well, it's going to happen eventually, but 30% reduction is pretty good. So those of you that are coffee drinkers, keep it up. You are on the right track. Good shout out there. So drink that coffee. And I want to welcome you into this certification challenge ceremony. So now that I have gotten my coffee animated GIF out of the way, I have to do that pretty much every one of these live streams. I like doing that. It's important to do. So let's jump in. Let's jump in and talk about what is a Magento certification. How do we get that? Ultimately, the value that you are placing in yourself by achieving the certification, the hard work that it takes to get there. And then I will recognize every single one of you who joined this certification challenge and achieved the certification then. So a very, very special next 30 minutes of your day. Thank you for sharing that with me. Thank you for participating in this really exciting ceremony. So the only bad news about this for me is that this concludes our third annual SwiftOtter challenge to achieve Magento or Adobe Commerce certification. That's a huge accomplishment for every single one of you who have participated. And some of you, I think, have participated multiple years in a row. Congratulations. Good job. Good work. I'm excited to be able to do this with you. So a quick background I think probably most of you know me, but just a really quick illustration. I don't necessarily talk about this too often. Here's my family. If I can get the right slide up here. Here's my family. They have 3 kids, live in the Kansas City area. Actually, on the Kansas side. There is a Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri. I live on the Kansas side. From an early age, when I was 15 years old, I have embraced certifications. Actually, it's funny. My dad really pushed me in that direction. See, certifications they should prove something. You know, depending on the certification, it may or may not. There's also such thing as an award, right? We do something special for a different, for our work or in school or whatever, and we get an award. A certification is something we can do completely autonomously, invest our own time and maybe a little bit of money, depending on the certification, and we achieve it ourselves. An award is something that it's a little more fungible and not necessarily as well defined. A certification is something we can go get I'd say today. We can start working on it today, but it takes months often to prepare for this. At 15, I achieved my A+ certification. It's basically a hardware, software, 2-test certification. That was pretty difficult. I was barely shaving at that time. I also got my Zen certified engineer, which is a PHP. Boy, I don't remember what that PHP 5.1 or something that was. It was a long time ago. It was that was a while ago. But as a result, I've seen the value of this certification. And 2018, fast forward to there, I came to see, because I'd been getting the Magento 1 certifications and the Magento 2 certifications started rolling out, came to see that there was a great need for this stuff in the community. And that's where the study guides started coming out. And everybody, the community started understanding this is how we get certified. And the community started getting certified. And this raises the level of competence for this tremendous platform in the community. And ultimately, that's where the certification challenge has come from. I'll be really honest with you. There is a challenge that this community is facing. on a daily basis. And that challenge, like I just alluded to, is the level of competence. I don't mean to have put a dark cloud over this really exciting event, but it illustrates the necessity for what we're doing here and what you are participating in. I do audits of code. My team does audits of code on a regular basis, and we see the code that is being written. And we hear the challenges from merchants, frustrations from merchants as far as much code that has been written out there on this platform. And my friends, in most of those cases, the result is not good. Getting certified is one of those first steps and a critical step to turning this around. Magento is a fantastic platform. Adobe Commerce powers, isn't it, billions of dollars of revenue across the world for merchants. And so us getting certified, us up-leveling our skill set is critical. I could not understate how critical this is for you and I to do, to continue doing. And that's why this certification challenge is here. And that's why I am so proud of every one of you who have achieved this certification, because you have recognized the value of that Adobe Commerce has contributed to your life, to your career, and you are choosing to make that investment and to continue going up. My friends, it is so exciting to see every one of you here. I see Missouri, I see India, I see Georgia, which I don't think that's the state of Georgia. I think that is the country of Georgia, which I've never been there, but I hear it's a beautiful place. Italy, well represented. India, it's wonderful to have you all here. Excellent. Wow, this is like one of my favorite days of the year. Like for us here in the United States, Christmas is like the other big day of the year. And in some ways, this tops Christmas for me. I'm really serious when I say that. So what is the certification, or what is the Adobe Commerce Certification Program? This is a series of tests. I think they've pared it down a little bit. I think we're down to 6 right now. 6 tests that we can take. Anybody can take it. There's no prerequisites or experience or anything like that. Anybody can take, but few are able to pass. 50 questions or 60 questions, depending on the test. 2 hours to take this test. There are 3 levels of these tests. We have professional, expert, and master. I'm going to show you those numbers as far as how the percentages and how those broke down through those people who achieve certification here. But as you might guess, professional is the easiest, but I'm not going to say easiest because that would be, they're not easy. Like if any PHP developer was to walk in and just sit down for one of these professional the professional developer test, you'd fail it. Like I'm sure there's probably I know you'd get some questions, right? There's some like questions you could just infer probably, and maybe a couple that you'd get just because of PHP knowledge. But professional means you have to still have a lot of knowledge of the Magento or Adobe Commerce platform. Expert, we bring that up quite a few notches. Expert is difficult. And of course, master is just like blowing the roof off of everything. So these are the 3 levels. To prepare for these tests, I tell candidates you need to plan on spending 40 hours, perhaps even 80 hours to achieve one of these certifications. Sometimes it will take 2 attempts to achieve the certification. It's not easy. This represents usually 3 to 6 months of time to study. We started the certification program back in January, roughly 1st, and we continued all the way through May 31st. I can't remember how many days are in May. Someone help me out, please. So we continued this whole time. People studied, people worked together, and that is one of the things that I absolutely love about this whole program is the community. We have a Slack channel, over 2,000 members in this Slack channel. People ask questions, people answer questions, people have challenges with their studying, and they're answered. It's a team effort. It's working together, and I could not be more proud of this community. I absolutely love being a part of it. It's one of the greatest privileges of my life. Working together to achieve these certifications is incredible. So the way we structured this was the even weeks was a general get-together, kind of like we're doing a little bit here, but it was a general get-together. Then in the odd weeks, we would have a study group. A study group being we would have a one of or a really smart person leading a focused group on a specific test. So I led one on business practitioner. My brother Jesse led one on front end developer. It's his domain of expertise. We had a WooCache, and I'm gonna totally butcher his last name. I think Barsowites, who handled the professional developer, and we had Navar Barnier, who helped or who led the expert developer course or expert developer study group. We had each one of these 4 study groups, incredibly successful, great questions, great participation, and I look forward to being able to do that next year. Let's talk about some of the results that I have personally seen in people achieving these certifications. And I say this to congratulate those of you who have achieved the certification, and I also say this to encourage those who are thinking about getting certified, who are sitting on the fence. And unfortunately, there probably was a few of you that did wash out with this recent challenge, and work pressures and maybe family pressures or whatever it is, just kind of wash out. But there's a next year, and there's even not just a next year, there's a tomorrow or a today, even better than tomorrow. And these are some of the things that I have personally seen and observed. People saying their salaries are doubled as a result of getting onto the Magento platform and becoming certified. Another 50% might be even coming on top of that. 40% pay raises and $1,000 a year pay raise. But it's not just about pay. Not at all about pay, actually. It's about enjoying what we're doing. It's about more clout with our merchants, our colleagues, more knowledge of the platform, being able to solve problems faster. You solve a problem faster, you are going to be well respected in a company. The merchant's going to look at you and is like, wow, that dude or that gal, they know exactly what they're talking about. I mean, I had this problem and they were able to get it solved really fast. Well, I'm sure grateful I'm working with that company. That's some of the value of getting certified. I want to quickly throw in here a quick anecdote here. Just because you get an offer from another company does not mean that the grass is greener there. And this is a really important thing to consider. Now that you are certified, you put that badge, slap that badge on your LinkedIn profile. It's like, you're going to get some recruiters chasing you down. Could be a good thing. Well, actually, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be a good thing. But is that really the right time to make a jump? And I'm going to say, for right now, the answer is no. It is not a good time to make the jump. If your company sponsored you or had anything to do with giving you extra time to study or whatever on the clock, they have invested significantly in you. One of the ways you can thank them is to stay 6 months to a year and invest back in this whatever you're working on, the projects or the tasks or fixing bugs or whatever you're doing for that company. You're going to show them value and appreciation for the investment that they made back in you. My friends, don't just jump ship right away. Give it some time. Give your company some return on their investment. And then, after you have 6 months to a year in this new role, in this new place of clout in your company, then evaluate the offers from an objective point of view. Remember, though, there is one key thing. You can have interviews all day long. You can learn about the new pay. You can learn about the benefits, maybe some better time off. But it's really hard to understand the culture unless there are people there that work there that you actually know and trust. Otherwise, it's a shot in the dark. And it's not always better. The grass is not always greener on the other side. So keep that in mind as you look to go forward here. Let's get into some statistics. 42 of you achieve certification. That is really exciting. Here was the average score, and this was interesting. This was actually down a little bit from last year. 73% was last year, so just a little bit less. And I believe a lot of that is actually due to the rewrite of the tests. Magento or Adobe Commerce has been releasing new versions of these tests, and in my experience, some of them are actually a significant amount harder. And certainly, they're all covering newer technology. So, for example, there are questions about RabbitMQ on the expert developer test. It's Not something, unfortunately, that many people have had to fight through. And that's where the value of this studying comes from, because as you fight through what is RabbitMQ, how do I use RabbitMQ, configure it and extend it, etc., you're going to, of course, pass those questions. That's easy on the test. But then you're going to start using it in projects. And here's, again, the value of certifications. You're going to start using this in your next project. And you, as a result of maybe taking this batch of business logic that happens when saving a product, maybe it adds 3 seconds to saving the product. You say, hey, give me 8 hours and I will move this batch of functionality into the background, and it will save your admin 3 to 5 seconds every time they save a product. That's a win. I mean, I don't think many merchants, unless they're incredibly cost conscious, would blink an eye at spending 8 hours to save 3 to 5, or even probably, honestly, it's probably more, depending on the product, seconds to save a product, depending on what type of business logic is, or functionality, or indexing, or whatever it needs to run when saving that product. It's a no-brainer. That is how you bring value to the company and to the merchant simultaneously, by understanding and knowing how this stuff works. That, I think, is a pretty good example. So let's look at some of these statistics. I love data. I'm a data nerd, so I pulled out a couple of these statistics here. All right, so the location of the certified individuals here. United States, 11%. India comes in, tops the scale by a long shot, 42%. I was happy to see we had a representation in Ukraine. I know it's been a ridiculously difficult year for our friends there. And Ukraine is an anchor of the Magento community, the Adobe Commerce community. Talking to somebody yesterday who reminded me that much of the initial Magento development back in the late 2000s, between 2007, 2010, a lot of that was done in Ukraine. So there is incredibly strong roots there, and they're having the fight of their lives right now. And so I was still very happy to see some representation from that country. Poland, Pakistan, Italy, Australia, China. Congratulations. And looks like a few of these did not show up on this chart now that I'm looking at it. Oh, well, this is very exciting to see this type of representation. Anchor, I see that you have a question here. Let me go ahead and answer this real quick. My certifications are expiring this year. What should I do? That is a definite problem. Adobe Commerce has said that they are going to release exams to help level up. So it's like mini exams to just prove that you know the difference between, two, for example, Magento or Adobe Commerce 2.2 and now 2.4, etc. I've yet to see those. And so at this point, in order to get through this, or to bypass this expiration, having these certifications drop off your profile, you will have to take the full test again. If you are in India, you will be able to get a 50% discount on that, but I am not aware of any other discounts that are available for retakes at this time. It is unfortunate, but it is the way that it is. Let's keep going on here. Distribution of certification. So we have professional, master, and expert. This is how everything ranked in. So expert definitely took the cake far and wide, but we did have a really good representation of professional. Remember, professional is the easiest. I don't say it's easy, because it's not. It's the easiest. It's still difficult. And then we have the expert, and then we have master. I see Dan commenting that there is renewal exams, and so I have not seen that. But Dan, if you have information, please drop that in the comments. I would love to see that, because I've totally missed that if that is the case, and I should be keeping up on that stuff. The score by category. So we have expert is definitely a little bit on the more difficult side. Master is we only had a 2 on the master, so they seem to do pretty well at that one. And professional is in the low 70s. So this is how we're looking there. Then we have the full breakdown of how many people took each test. Professional developer, as the test itself, well, there's only one test in the professional category. That's professional developer. However, Adobe is coming out with professional business practitioner, so we're going to have 2 tests in the professional category. And I've heard kind of rumor about a professional on the front end developer as well. So maybe next year we'll have 3 tests in that category. We'll see. So some really good representation as well across the board here. Business practitioner weighed in at 12%. We had a couple of really solid successes there too. Congratulations. Here is our average score per for each individual test. And actually, I think there might be a problem on expert developer, slight miscalculation there, because that you can't get less than 60%. It's like 62, 63% is the passing score there. So might have had a little miscalculation with that one. Let's talk about some prizes. For those of you who have achieved this test, there is some prizes. There are some trophies that come as a result of this. Last year we gave out t-shirts, and this year we continue that trend. And boy, are we giving out some nice looking t-shirts. These are going to be really, really nice shirts. You will be proud to wear these shirts around. They're comfortable. They're nice. We found this shirt that people really like, and that's like literally, if I'm not wearing a tie, which is once a year, well, maybe twice a year, something like that. Like I literally never wear a tie, but I had to do it for today to honor this occasion as much as I possibly can. I literally am wearing a shirt just like this all day, every day. This is my style of shirt. I've heard such great comments about how comfortable these are to wear. It's funny, real quick anecdote. When conferences were in session, and I'm really excited that they are in session here starting again. I'll be at Meet Magento UK here in a couple weeks. I would literally go to the Stripe booth, which had, I think it was this exact shirt, the Stripe booth every conference, and I would pick up a shirt. And that's literally what I would wear all the time, is the Stripe shirt, like the Stripe Payments shirt. So you don't have to wear Stripe Payment shirts now. You can wear a certification challenge shirt that shows this the achievement that you were able to make. Now, it's not just that. We also are giving away 3 pairs of these headphones. And I've said this before, like I gotta show you this. These are the headphones that I wear all day, every day. I have replaced these little earpad things 2 or 3 times on this pair. They're scratched up, they're banged up, they're a piece of junk, they're corded, all that stuff. Folks, these are not this way. I've never worn a pair like this, and I've certainly not worn this pair either. But they're wireless, they're comfortable, really good sound from what I hear. 3 of you. So once we go through the congratulations to each one of you who have achieved your certifications, we're going to pick out 3 winners. I have a container right here. We're going to do that. And you can see all the names. They're kind of bunch up, but I'll bring my son down, and he will help us pick this out. So I'm really excited. And one thing to note, the headphones and the t-shirts are going to be shipped via DHL no matter where you are in the world. It not going to cost you anything. It's all on me for that. You will get your shirt. We've historically had trouble with getting people's shirts. You will get your shirts now that we've figured out shipment via DHL, thanks to shipping that book all across the world. We very much appreciate DHL services. I want to take a few minutes and express to you in as concrete terms as I possibly can the value of these certifications. Closest thing I can do to a commencement address. You have invested in yourself. You have taken this time, whether it's on the company clock, it still takes discipline, or on your own clock, it takes even more discipline. You spent, unless you're a wizard, you probably spent at least 10 hours preparing for this test. Probably more like 20 to 40 at least hours. And for some of you, it's been significantly more. By achieving this, you have greater clout with your colleagues, with the merchants you work with. Hopefully, you'll get pay raises as a result. But most importantly, you have this knowledge that you have embedded into yourself. Unfortunately, the way at least my mind works, you're probably, I'm going to put this as me. I retain probably about 50% of what I study. It is what it is. However, and here's the cool part, what I do retain is frameworks. And in my experience, it's these frameworks, it's these boxes of knowledge, even if they're not like packed, jammed full, as they are on the day you take the test. These frameworks allow you to quickly understand and to solve problems. And the more experience you gain that by using these boxes of knowledge and implementing it in whatever project or problem you're looking to solve. But here's the thing. You are also investing in the entire Magento community as a result of your investment in the certification. Remember how I talked about one of the challenges that this community has faced, the Adobe Commerce platform itself faces, is developers who need more training. They need more experience. And certification is helping as you level up your skills. You are forcing yourself to understand more about how this all works. And that is absolutely huge. You are going to, the output you put out is even going to be better and better and better. But here's the key point. Don't stop here. Keep investing. Keep learning. In my experience, at least for me, it's easy to say, I've passed my certification. I'm done now. No, you are not. Even if this is the last certification you're going to achieve, maybe you can't make a business case that another certification will provide you that much more value. Learning does not just come back to certifications. Learning also includes the day-to-day responsibilities that you take on. Learning is an attitude. It is an approach to life. Some of the greatest senior developers I have met approach life as if they're a junior developer. That hunger, that desire to learn more, that humility to be corrected or to receive new knowledge. Those are some of the best pieces of that's some of the best way to best characteristics of a great developer. You are not done now. You have to keep going. New ideas, new techniques, adjustments to our knowledge are coming out every single day. You cannot stop now. Approach every day as if you are a junior developer. Treat it as if there is something new, a surprise around the corner, and you will learn. I've been working in Magento for about 10 years now. Some people might say, well, 10 years would mean you've probably seen about every single problem there is. Absolutely not. I keep being smacked up and down the side of my face over and over because of the stupid things that I miss. The other day, I was troubleshooting a problem with admin performance for one of our merchants. I couldn't replicate it. I felt like an idiot when it turns out I eventually figured it out, but it took me way too long. This was admin user based. I'm logged in as one user. They're logged in as another user. They have 50-second time to first byte. I have 1 to 2 second time to first byte. We have to keep learning. It's situations like this that it's like, oh, duh, I should have known that. And you're probably going to come across quite a few of those of yourself. And as such, my final suggestion is keep a log of your learnings. And just have I have stuff stacked on my notebook here. In a notebook, wherever you need to keep it, does not matter. But those learnings have to be saved somewhere. So you can go back, search for it, find those learnings. Even if it's a sentence or two of, hey, I figured this out. Fantastic. Write it down. I hate to say it, our minds are brilliant. They can do tremendous calculations and things. If you ever want to take some time, there's some people that can do tremendous math in their head. That's not me. But unfortunately, our minds have memory problems. At least mine does. Maybe yours does too. Writing it down will solve that problem. So we have a couple more things we're going to do here for our certification challenge ceremony. So first thing is I'm going to give congratulations to every single one of you who have achieved your certification. And then we're going to do that drawing to see who wins one of these pairs of Bose headphones. Now, one thing to remember is that every single one of you who I call out here, you are going to get a t-shirt. Every single one of you. And I'm really excited about that. So without further ado, let us jump into the most challenging part of this whole time for me. I have to say that because I'm an English speaker and English people have a notoriously terrible time pronouncing other names in the world. So forgive me, but this is my way of showing honor to every single one of you individually. So Dasitha Abasing has achieved the Cloud Developer certification. Congratulations. Yosef Albastumi has achieved the Business Practitioner. That is a tough test. I will say that. It is a tough test. Same with Chris Anderson, Business Practitioner and Professional Developer. You talk about an overachiever here. 2 tests. Right on. And they're not like going from professional to expert on the developer side. Like that's kind of stair-stepping of difficulty. No, this is totally different domains of knowledge. So fantastic work, Chris. Jignesh, my friend, I put an otter next to your name because I have the pleasure of working with you every day. Jignesh Balda, achieved front-end developer. Many congratulations on that. Vishwash Batnager, business practitioner. Congratulations on that. Andri Chorney, front-end developer. We need more front-end developers, folks. And I was really pleased to see a good showing of front-end developer certifications in this. So fantastic work. David, good Polish name here, I think, and I'm going to struggle with this. Dawid Selesica, a front-end developer. Very well. Gerard DeVisser, JavaScript developer. Fantastic work. That's kind of one of those outside of the regular sphere. And JavaScript developer is tough. There's a lot about knockout on there. It's a good test. Alice Dean, JavaScript developer, another one. Fantastic. Vishnest Dvedi, expert developer. Now, I forgot to call this out. Mohammed Garbi earlier. This dude, 4 freaking tests. 4 tests. Congratulations. That was, and I think you also got the highest score award too. All right, we're not giving out an award for that, but yeah, 4 certifications, highest score across this whole deal. So congratulations, Mohammed. Wasim Haider Chowdhury, front end developer, very well. Manjula K, another front end developer. Oh, Dawid, looks like I missed a picture on there. Thank you. Thanks for calling that out. Thank you for calling out Dawid. Looks like I may typoed on your certification there. Arun Kumar, professional developer. Congratulations. Rafael Lentini, professional developer. Another one. Anurag Kumar Mishra, professional developer as well. Swapnil Mule, professional developer. Congratulations. This is some good achievements here. Hassan Mustafa, expert developer. Again, expert developer is a tough test. Johnny Negrin, business practitioner. Congratulations on that. Andre Neviv, expert developer. Yogesh Nikan, master architect. My friends, master architect is the most difficult test that Adobe offers for the commerce platform. It is a very difficult test. Congratulations, Yogesh. Bartolomei Olewinski, perhaps expert developer. Congratulations. Menau Padharia, professional developer. Very well done. Another master architect, Praveen Palaya. Sagar Panchal, professional developer. Good work there. Jay Kumar Patel, another business practitioner. I just love seeing those. I sorry about those couple picture mix-ups here. Nikunj Rawat, professional developer. Very well. Peter Russin, professional developer, expert developer. I had the privilege of doing a podcast with him a month or 2 ago, and really, really smart dude. So he did some great, he's built some great modules. So go check his podcast out, Smash the Bug, with some fantastic comments, or the whole segment by him. That was really good. Kayur Shah, JavaScript developer. Bhargav Shastri, professional developer. Sankalp Shekhar, cloud developer. There was a couple of you guys that did cloud developer. Very well. Lucas Silva, professional developer. Marcelo Adrizard, cloud developer. Howard Young Hao Yang. Oops, I'm sorry, wrong one. Prashat Valanda, JavaScript developer. Now we have Howard Young Hao Yang, front-end developer. And finally, last but definitely not least, Martuza Zabiwala, front-end developer. My friends, congratulations on this great achievement. I am so proud of every single one of you. I hope you take this opportunity as well to celebrate with me. I am celebrating every one of you for your hard work, your investment, your diligence, your commitment, your self-discipline to achieve these certifications. They are not easy. I have struggled through them myself. I have failed, and I can personally attest these are not easy to achieve. But you did it. You did it. You did it. And congratulations. Now, here comes another fun part of this segment. I'll call my son Kyle. Hey, Kyle, come here, buddy.
Hi.
All right, come here. He's going to come help us. This work from home thing is good. He actually has a little bit of a fever today. So he's going to help us pick out the winners of these Bose headphones. Kyle, do these look like nice headphones?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, actually, everybody knows your name, don't they?
Yes.
What is your name?
Kyle.
Kyle, can you talk right here?
Kyle.
There you go. What do you like to do, Kyle?
Ride a tricycle and basketball.
Oh, he loves to be outside. So if you come over, if you see us at our house, he'll probably be outside. Yeah, he likes to be outside. Kyle. So what we're talking about, buddy, is we have these names, and I've spent a long time shaking these up. I don't want anybody to have some type of advantage here. Like I've spent a really good time. Kyle, you want to do a good shake on this, buddy? Nice. All right, so here comes the big drum roll. Kyle, why don't you open up the lid here, buddy? He normally drinks smoothie out of these, so it's kind of okay. I got to show you this. I was working on a smoothie before I did it. This looks disgusting, but I was working. It tastes a lot better than it looks. I promise you that. So this is not definitely not a smoothie coming out of here. Kyle,
What?
pick one out, bud. Don't pick the top one. Just grab and don't look either. Okay, we're not gonna look. Well, I guess you can look. You can't. He can't read yet. Pick one out. Which one are you gonna pick out, buddy? Okay. Let's see here. Raphael Lentini. You, my friend. You can. I don't know if you can. Nope, you can't read that. Raphael Lentini. You are a winner of perhaps this pair of Bose headphones right here. Congratulations. So now you'll have some proof that you really did get certified. And I mean, well, not that LinkedIn is not good enough. Like this, you got some proof. All right, Kyle. Congratulations. Let's get another one, buddy. Pick whatever one you want out of there, buddy. Okay. Oh, that was blank. That's funny. All right, that's not here. Look, I'll show you. Look, it's blank. So I cut these up this morning. It's blank. There's nothing on either side. All right, let's check out another one. There we go. Okay. Vishwash Batnagar. I called out your name earlier. I did that for Raphael too. So Vishwash Batnagar. We're going to email you. So if you're not part of this here today, you will receive an email here very shortly, congratulating you on your win, and we will get those shipped out. One more, buddy.
Okay.
And these are for these Bose headphones. Sankalp Shekhar. Congratulations. Congratulations on achieving this. Sankalp Shekhar, Vishwash Batnagar, and Raphael Lentini. Kyle, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, buddy. All right. You can go back upstairs. I work from home, and it's a pleasure. It's an honor. Except when there is a herd of elephants. I mean, like children running around upstairs. That can be a little distracting, but doesn't happen too often. So all that to say, congratulations to every single one of you. My friends, I am so excited to have even such a tiny part of being able to help you all achieve this certification. It's a tremendous honor. I wanted to quickly give you a brief update as far as where things stand with this side of the business. SwiftOtter, we build websites, obviously, just like all of you do, as well as do the training. Over the past 6 to 9 months, our business has grown significantly. We've been able to hire and work with some ridiculously talented folks. And unfortunately, that has impacted my time. The time that I would like to normally have invested into this training development. And that's been pretty difficult for me. The courses that I've been trying to finish up have just not gotten the progress that I've wanted to. I'm pretty close on expert developer course, Professional developer is still in progress, but it's difficult. So here's the thing. I've had to make some difficult decisions and to work through some of this stuff. Um, there's a lot of options, but I love this community so much. I literally cannot part with it. As such, we have decided we are hiring a very senior developer who's the perfect personality for this, who is going to start also working alongside me to develop this training material. He's coming on full time, and you will start seeing this person over the next few months turn out some crazy, awesome stuff. I am super, super excited about this. So what you have seen coming from me over the past, I guess it's been since 2018, so like 4 years, he is going to massively increase. Like massively increase. And I'm really excited about that. I will still be very much part of this. I'm not going anywhere, but I'm trying to focus my time on very strategically on different things. And I've struggled to get the time to focus on like course development and some of that stuff that I really, really wanted to. So all of this is really exciting to me. It's the community working together, being part of each other's lives, getting together in person, meet Magento here in a couple weeks. I am really stoked about that. I hope those of you who are able to come, I hope to be able to meet all of you and shake your hand in person again. It's been a long 2 or 3 years that we have not been able to get together and see each other. So all that to say, this training aspect of SwiftOtter is going to massively increase beyond anything that we have ever done in the past. And I am ecstatic about that because I love working with you all. I love being able to build this community and to work together to do great things with such a wonderful platform as Adobe Commerce. Thank you for joining in here. I am available we can ask if you have questions about certifications or whatever. I'll be doing it, but this officially concludes our ceremony, and I will stay on here just for a couple minutes if there is questions. If not, then I wish you a very wonderful day, wonderful week. And please don't forget, actually 2 things. First, we are coming out with a survey here probably in the next few weeks, probably in June will be sent out. I want to get the state of the e-commerce developer, especially focusing on Adobe Commerce. We did one last year. The results were stunning. Like it was amazing. The results we got out of this. We're doing it again this year. It's going to be bigger and better. The results we're going to get out of this, we're going to mine for you. In fact, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to open source all the responses. Where of course it's anonymized. You're not going to any text form entry is not going to be shown, but anything that's radio buttons or like drop downs, those will be freely presented. So you can go mine the data yourself as well. So freely you have been given, freely you shall receive. You give answers to us and you will get this information for free. So congratulations to everyone. Does anybody have questions or anything I might be able to help answer for you? Otherwise, we will conclude today's conversation. Any questions? All right, Dan, do you want to build the certification directory like it was in the past on Adobe's site? That is a fantastic thought here. I actually started on this a little while ago. And it's something where I'm very interested in doing. Like I just mentioned a little bit ago, time is my challenge. But I would absolutely love to do that. And now that we're having somebody full time to be able to help us with some of this stuff, I don't see why we would not be able to pull something like that off. So will be something we'll talk about. I see tremendous value in it, being able to promote, to encourage, to all that stuff. But it's not going to be something that's tomorrow. But something I would like to do, definitely. Good question. Awesome. Well, I don't see any more questions coming in. Thank you all for joining. I am so proud of every single one of you. I say you, all 42 of you who achieve certifications, you are rock stars. Keep up that status. And to the rest of the Magento community, I love you all. Keep up the great work. You all are awesome. Take care.